In the 21st century, I woke up one day. I found myself in a fantasy world. Others who crossed over were trash and slowly rose. But I, Chen, the second generation of the king, I've lived a luxurious life since I was a child. But the good times didn't last long. I only thought about enjoying myself. I couldn't stand it without cultivation. I planned to travel far away. But I didn't expect that not long after leaving home, 5 peerless masters passed by here. They saw that my primordial spirit was naturally strong. I must be a martial arts prodigy in the continent. They insisted on taking me as their disciple. The master is Xuing Xia, a queen with a green jade fan. With black stockings, long legs, and high heels. She is big in every way. Spending money freely, and never blinked when spending money. She threw gold ingots directly at me. The second master is Yaoxi, the holy maiden of Yaoqi. A mature woman. Perfect figure. She is round. Perfect. She practices the holy law of cultivation. Known as the soft devil. A cultivation maniac. She likes to tie people up. Correctly speaking, it's terrifying and painful practice. Fourth master, 8 dishes. The world's #1 alchemist. Lolifan. What are the characteristics? He gave me the elixir, and I ate it. The peerless sword of the master of swordsmanship. That's it. He was trained by 5 beautiful masters every day. After 5 years, the training finally ended. He was released. Lu Shen decided to go back to his hometown to visit his father. He didn't enter the tavern. He learned that his father, he was poisoned by villains, poisoned and dying. He will recover in a few days. I heard the words, and I didn't care about drinking. And hurried to the palace. When he arrived in front of his father, I met the 4th grade alchemist Mo Xing. Mo sighed and said, "Your Highness, you shouldn't have come back at this time. Now the villain is in power." The Emperor Yulu didn't waste words with him. He threw him a bottle of 6th grade peony pills. Can my father be saved? Mo couldn't believe it. How could the prince have 6 Stan pills? He hurriedly said, "It can be saved." Of course it can. He threw it to the mage Lu who arrived at this time. Uncle Lu is a set of advanced sword formations. Can this defend against it? How many small thunders? Mo Lao was shocked by it. It can be blocked, Your Highness. Don't worry. Then he gave General Lai countless chess moves, and the army can use them freely. In this way, the rich boy was trained for 5 years. He became a rich man, richer than the rich. But this is just a drop in the bucket for the 5 masters. After healing the queen, then it was a downpour. Just out of the palace, he found someone was following him. "Follow me." Too young. Want to follow me? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. My illusion is superb. I can instantly transform. Get rid of doubts. It's time to get down to business. I like the prince who likes the land of flowers. I like the tattooed cloth that dances. For Lu Cheng, who has returned from learning, it's too easy. Lu Chen's killing finally attracted the real boss. It was these stubborn fathers. Several big shots immediately went to the palace. Several people flew over outside the palace and shouted loudly, "Lu Chen, get out and die." The young man who enjoys nightlife is Lu Chen. He died of overwork in the previous life. He traveled to this continent. He became the second generation of the king, but he just wanted to be a king safely. But his talent is too high. He was taken as a disciple by 5 top female masters. After 5 years of training by his masters, he became a godlike rich man, even more arrogant than his father. At this time, Lu Chen and others were in the palace, waiting for the arrival of the rebels. "Lu Chen dares to kill my son. I want you to live worse than die." Lu Chen sneered. "Your son is too weak. I killed him with a casual strike. You have no power." Several people attacked with anger and shattered the defense formation. "Ha! The turtle shell is broken. I'll kill you with my own hands." In the meantime, he grabbed Lu Chen. Lu Chen pinched his hands. A set of top-notch 7-kill sword formation. He directly killed the strong man of Yuanshan realm and killed him on the spot. After solving this side, Lu Cheng returned to the palace. Seeing his father wake up, Lu Zhengyang smiled and said, "Seeing his son Lu Zhengyang coming back." He shouted angrily, "Didn't you run away from home? But you still know how to come back." "I had to come back, or someone would have died. Back then, you forced me to learn martial arts, to strengthen my body and defend the country. You also said, if I'm as ignorant as me, Lu would be doomed sooner or later. I thought you would develop better and better. I was going to go home and continue to be a playboy. But you were actually plotted against. If I hadn't come back, Lu country might have become someone else's. If Grandpa knew you were such a prodigal, he would have lifted the coffin lid and spanked you." After saying that, Lu Chen looked smug, leaving Lu Zhengyang behind to scratch his head helplessly. At night, in Lu Chen's residence, a fire rose into the sky. This is the 9th time he has broken through the realm. The cultivation in the world is divided into body training, supernatural soul, king, yellow, saint, saint king, saint lord, and saint king. Every time Lu Chen breaks through the extraordinary realm, he needs to cut his cultivation. And it needs to be done for 9 times. This is the top technique that Master Wu Wei taught him. 9 absolute heavenly art. Every time he cuts himself, the accumulation of cultivation and qualification will thicken. To approach the transcendent life infinitely. In ancient times, extraordinary life did not refer to a pure realm, but a symbol of a law with blood and ki like a vast ocean and flawless body, which can make life reach its extreme. This is the true transcendent life. After this time, he would no longer experience the pain of self-slashing. Lu Chen couldn't help but feel a little proud. Suddenly, the entire Lu country was shrouded in a powerful aura. This is the king, indicating that a king-level powerhouse has appeared. This person is the helper called by the thief. He Qian, a king-level powerhouse. This handsome guy with his legs crossed is our male lead. He has 5 top female masters. Even the 9 extremes heaven palace he practiced in is top-notch. Killing enemies across the border is common. On this day, Lu Cheng, who had just achieved the transcendent realm, suddenly felt a kingly aura. He looked up. It was the helper called by the Fang father and son, Elder He Qian of Fanwei sect. He started to yell, "Where is the king of Lu? Come out and see me." Seeing the arrogance of the visitor, Lu Chen was immediately unhappy What are you yelling for so early in the morning? Be careful, I'll curse you. The old man next to him casually replied that His Majesty is busy. You can go back first. It was a polite sentence. But He can, as the king of Wangjing, didn't use force. He used his spiritual power to bully an old soul. But Lu Chen couldn't bear it and got angry. He took out a 40-meter kitchen knife and instantly cut off He Qian's spiritual power. Unexpectedly, He Qian saw such a powerful kitchen knife. He actually had the heart to take it. He really has no shame. Then he jumped with his short legs and landed on the ground like Lu Chen Yuek. Seeing this, Lu Chen smiled evilly. 7 kills sword formation. He Qian was a little confused by this rare 7-section sword formation. He didn't expect a small kingdom to be so amazing. But this can't hurt me. It just takes some time. If you only have this little trump card to fight me, it's a bit naive. Let me show you how I will shatter your illusion. But Lu Chen is clear-headed at the moment. He just wants to trap you with the formation. I'll just break it and then fix it later. Just try to break the stone if you can. After 10 sets, I'll give you another 100 sets. If not enough, I have thousands of sets. I'll play with you until the end of time. Until you are sent to a mental hospital. Master has countless of them. In his words, these are all toys for children. You are a kid with a lot of negative energy. One want to see how much righteousness you can produce. Lu Chen leisurely watched the show from the side. Not much. This is just a drop in the bucket. 2 hours passed. He Qian was so tired that he wanted to call his mom. How much righteousness does this brat have? Could it really be thousands? Seeing this, Lu Cheng felt a little sorry. When you can't hold on, say to me, Lu Chen, you are the most handsome. You are the most handsome in the world. And sincerely apologize to me. I will show mercy and let you go. At this moment, He Qian's apprentice suddenly became anxious and stood out to defend his master. I can let you go. You need to say 100 times first. Then the scene in front of us appeared. Fan Teng performed it vividly. Lu Chen even asked the imperial kitchen to bring some food. Such a passionate and full performance, without any food to go with it. It's bad review. The 6 words echoed in the silent palace, which made people feel particularly angry. Chen, you're such a handsome guy. She is a beautiful and talented saint of Yaoqi. But in order to increase her skills, that night, she knocked on her senior brother Lu Chen's door shyly. I heard that my senior brother's power has increased recently, but my cultivation has been stagnant recently. I hope you can use the training methods of the masters to give me some pointers on the practice. Qing Chang is not afraid of pain. Seeing this, Lu Chen immediately became excited. I thought you had something important to tell me. If you talk to the senior brother, you won't be sleepy. Although I have been trained by the masters for 5 years, but also the credit of my junior sister's study companion. Now, facing the king-level powerhouse He Qian, it's too easy. A few formations almost sent him back home. At this time, Lu Zhang suddenly walked out and said angrily, "Such a precious 5th-level formation flag were wasted by you so casually. Hurry up and remove the formation for me." Lu Chen looked aggrieved. Why are you so fierce when closing it? It's just a few formations. How much are they worth? The master threw these to me back then as casually as toilet paper. You even treat this junk as a treasure. Lu Jiangying stepped forward and said, "Elder He Tian came all the way here. I don't know what you're here for. Hearing this, Kian frowned slightly. He thought he was such a sly old fox. He only came out to see my jokes at this time. After I announce the decree of the 7 emperors, I'll see if you can still laugh.